You say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Mike.
Hello, I'm Lynn.
And this is Hello Mansfield. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hello Mansfield. I'm Mike.
I'm Lynn.
We are so happy that you are with us on today. How was your weekend, man?
It was great. I had a fun, packed weekend. How was yours?
Good.
How was yours?
You know, my weekend was quite interesting to be honest with you. Yes. But you know, we're moving on. We experienced I would say the homegoing of my mother, but
Yes.
you know,
Our
great
pleasure with
memories,
you.
great memories. I wouldn't be who I am today without that lady. I'm telling you.
I'm sure. I feel the same way about my parents.
So we've got a lot of great things getting ready to take place.
We do. Something cool's coming Thursday. What is that? What is that? Tell us about
it. Juneteenth is coming Thursday, the 160th anniversary of the emancipation of slaves here in the United States. And the weekend's going to be packed with activities.
Right, because Saturday the big event?
Saturday is huge. Saturday, we're going to have a huge cultural event, the Taste of Black Mansfield.
Okay.
These are individuals who are going to come together. These are food vendors of African descent. They're going to be bringing forward that good old, I like to say, some people call it country cooking. I call it soul food. So that's going to be happening. A great show's taking place that day as well. So going to be a huge event. All of Mansfield is invited. It's going to be one of the largest
we're going to the food trucks because we like to eat.
Well, let me tell you something. There's going to be some good food there.
We like to
eat. Get ready. Loosen up your belt.
I'm going to wear my stretchy pants.
Yeah, you need to do that. So we got a great time.
We got a great show today.
We have an awesome show today. A lot of art.
Some artsy stuff. From Mansfield. We've got lots of art. We've got some skincare going on. We've got Jonathan going to be on the show.
That's an art form as well.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep, it sure is.
One thing about my face is you got to do some work.
Stanley Psychology will be here. So come back right after these messages.
We'll see you.
I'm sure that you think when you come into a session that you'll sit down and pose and cheese and smile. That's not how we do it here at Heather Harvey Photography. Hi, my name is Heather Harvey, and I'm the owner of Heather Harvey Photography. I first started with photography when I was a little girl. My dad gave me my first camera. It was a pink Barbie camera with a big shiny cube on top. It's so special to me that my clients allow me to come into their life, into their special moments, and be a part of it. I love photography. It gives me such joy, and it truly is such a passion to be able to tell somebody's story. Let Heather Harvey Photography be part of your story.
Discover the vibrant flavors of Thailand at Blue Mint Thai and Asian Cuisine on East Ebby Lane in Mansfield. Satisfy your cravings with fan favorites like the Golden Pouches, Thai fried rice, and our signature Crazy Drunken Noodle. Featured on ABC News and Dallas Business Journal, every dish is packed with authentic taste. Whether you're planning a cozy dining experience a convenient takeout, or an unforgettable private event, Blue Mint Pie has you covered. Where passion meets flavor, and every bite tells a story.
In a world driven by digital, businesses need more than just a presence. They need a partner. Introducing TaylorMade Consulting Group, your digital ally. As certified Google Cloud partners, we leverage the latest technology to propel your brand forward. From concept to execution, we craft tailored solutions to elevate your brand and drive your goals. Ready to unlock your brand's full potential? Contact TaylorMade Consulting Group today for your free digital audit and discover the difference TaylorMade solutions can make for you.
The medical side of skincare is more in depth. It's getting to know what causes those skin issues and helping to deal with them properly. Hi, I'm Haley with Confident Skin by Haley. I am a medical esthetician and I am also an acne specialist. I do have an LED light therapy treatment. I have my red therapy, which is going to be more anti-aging. I have my green, which is going to be more brightening, and then my blue, which is going to be really great for acne. That's going to help to kill that bacteria. Head over to my website and book your next treatment.
Okay, welcome back to Hello Mansfield. We have some local legends
Yes, we do.
here today. They are on Main Street almost every day. So introduce yourselves. Tell us what you do.
I'm Eddie Phillips. I'm a tattoo artist.
All right.
Right?
Who you got with you?
Who's next to you? Who's this
That's
pretty
my
lady?
wife, Mary Elizabeth.
Mary Elizabeth?
Mary, is that you?
And that's me.
All right.
He's underselling himself. He's so much more than a tattoo artist.
Isn't
Well,
he?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
how about-
you know what? There we
But
go.
let's say,
Tell
Mary,
us.
Mary Elizabeth, tell us all the
Tell
things that he's done.
Eddie and I became enthralled with this little block of downtown Mansfield about 13 or 14 years ago and
Okay.
became really involved. We painted a good chunk, I don't want to say all of, but most of the
Right.
murals that you see down here.
Mhm.
Hey.
And Eddie's a welder and a sculptor, and we pivoted into tattooing right before COVID.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Because our daughter started doing tattooing right out of high school.
Okay.
And
All
she's with us
right.
today.
Awesome. Is that how that came about?
Yeah.
What was the
The
inspiration
child
behind
led the adults.
Just Sally's talent. I mean, we're riding her coattails right now.
Oh,
So you know you think about art, and that is, people call it talent. I call it a gift. So when did you know, Eddie? When did you know that you had that giftedness? I'm curious.
I can't pinpoint a time.
Mm.
I just
When you were a
It's just-
kid, how did it? What did you do?
my grandmother. She always pushed it, and
Okay.
she was really good at it. So,
Okay. You just kind of took cues from grandma
yes,
in that regard.
yes.
So what did it look like for you coming up and doing art and that kind of thing? What did you do?
I really didn't start doing art for a living until Mary and I met,
Oh,
and
okay.
then we just kind of decided that's what we're gonna do.
Okay. Did y'all meet at an art show?
No,
how long have y'all been
That's
together?
another segment.
Go ahead.
How long have y'all been together? Because
Yeah.
I see, because I'm your friends on Facebook, and I get to see some of the pictures
Right.
that you post from, when y'all got together.
Yeah, tell us about.
How many years is that?
25,
25
24,
years
25
now.
years.
Yeah. So
Yes.
been with my husband 25 years, so
Yes.
I know how long that is. That's perfect. Perfect.
We started out painting murals, doing lots of kids' bedrooms, and expanded from there. Learned what materials we liked to work with, and Sally was always using our materials. She became our little art rock star in the household, and we put her at Timberview High School so that she could really take advantage of their fine arts program.
That's
And then
wonderful.
she started tattooing.
Okay.
And we decided, it might be a good idea to own the tattoo shop so that we had a little bit of control about making sure that it was
You know,
inviting and
that was smart.
low
That
key
is
and a friendly, welcoming kind of space.
Okay.
And then COVID hit. So Eddie was learning how to tattoo at that point and had plenty of time to practice.
Okay.
And then I started my own thing right after that.
Well, and tell us what you have going on.
Well, I was all lined up to be a part of the crew at the tattoo shop.
Okay.
And this big terrible thing happened. I did one amazing tattoo on Eddie, hand poked, traditional practice. And I woke up 3 days later and I couldn't see out of my left eye. So I had a retinal detachment, and 3 years and 4 surgeries later, my vision will never recover. It's very warped. So I had to pivot and invent something new for myself. And I found in that healing time that I've always had this mental strength and physical strength to get things done, but I'm a little bit, the well's a little dry when it comes to emotional and spiritual strength. So that's kind of when I had this wake up call. Hey, maybe if I could go back and help girls at a vulnerable age where they start to give up on their confidence and their ability to create, and help them maintain that childlike wonder for making things. That would be a good thing for me to do as a late in life pivot.
And that's a beautiful gift. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we come back from these messages.
A true, genuine connection. But I know I don't feel like she's there to just take my money.
My name is Monica Irving, and I've been a proud client of Haley's for 3 years. First of all, whenever I make an appointment, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see her. I love that she's always on time, always professional. I love the environment. I feel like I'm going to go see one of my girlfriends that I haven't saw in a long time, and I know that my skin and I will leave better than where we came. Confidence Skin by Haley makes me feel confident and inspired and feel like I can tackle on the world.
In a world driven by digital, businesses need more than just a present. They need a partner. Introducing TaylorMade Consulting Group, your digital ally. As certified Google Cloud partners, we leverage the latest technology to propel your brand forward. From concept to execution, we craft tailored solutions to elevate your brand and drive results. Ready to unlock your brand's full potential? Contact TaylorMade Consulting Group today for your free digital audit and discover the difference TaylorMade solutions can make for you.
Located in Mansfield, Texas, started with a vision back about 11 years ago. Came to the conclusion one day that it was time to start a trucking company. Everybody in this company really does care about one another. Trucking is the backbone of this country, but what we do is absolutely paramount to the success of this country's survival.
At Allison's Sketchbook, we bring stories to life with every stroke. Serving the DFW area and beyond, we specialize in live art, book illustrations, and graphic design, turning your vision into a vivid reality. Whether it's a corporate event, a custom illustration, or a powerful design, let your vision unfold with us. Send us an email or check out our Instagram page to let the magic begin.
Hi, I'm William Cletus, president of Solving the Maze. Solving the Maze is an A to Z managed service provider. We cover everything from basic tech support, project services in every single area of information technology. Additionally, one of our focuses as a managed service provider is putting the word service first. Solving the Maze makes sure that you see the face. It's not just remote support all the time. We're going to come on the site. We're going to help you. We're going to engage. You're going to see a face.
All right, we are back with some outstanding artisans here today, Eddie and Mary. Thank you all so much for being with us today. As a matter of fact, who do we have with us? We've added someone.
We did.
Tell me who we have.
What you want to tell Mayor Evans your name?
Savannah Cox.
All right,
Hi, Savannah.
So how do you know these good people?
Because I go to their art classes.
Oh, that's cool.
Savannah is one of my star girls in Girls Art in Action. She's there almost every class.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And
Savannah, thanks for coming up and letting us introduce you. And Mary Elizabeth, you've got some examples. Art in Action is your program.
right.
Can you show us what you got? Can you just hold
Sure. This is one of the first projects. Remember we made these? We did fun self-portraits. And they're done in layers. And they're done, remember we started with words that describe us.
And I see the word giggle on there.
Yes.
I love that.
And then we practiced the idea of letting go and paint it over our words and then let our faces and our expressions emerge from lots of scraps of paper that, you know, I have my famous scrap paper box in the corner. And we always emphasize every class that interesting is better than perfect. And I think that that really helps a girl's self-confidence as she grows. That I don't have to give in to the pressure that I see in the world to be perfect, because I am painting a masterpiece that is myself, and I am an interesting person. And that really helps young girls hold on to that childlike wonder of creation. And
I love that idea. Interesting.
Because we really don't need to teach children art. We need to teach them to not let go of the natural ability they have to be creators.
Right.
I love that.
And
so is that what's behind Girls Art in Action? Or talk a little bit more about that.
It's a program, it's a visual arts program for girls that are, Savannah's one of our younger participants, that we will go from 9 all the way up through high school. I was going to cut off about 15, but I see some of the older girls really enjoying, and I like the idea of having that mixture of ages, because they learn about each other. In school, they don't get to see people different ages, and so they become mentors to each other and inspiration for each other. And we take on a different project every week, and it's not like school where you only have 45 minutes to get your stuff out.
Oh, right.
We have a full 2 hours. And I'll give them the concept of what we're doing. And sometimes we'll have to do some step-by-step process. But for the most part, it's just about, here's the idea, here's the materials. And then it's wonderful to see what they make out of their own.
And how often do you meet?
Twice a month. Every week is kids today are pretty tightly scheduled. So I want to make. So we meet the second and fourth Thursday.
Awesome.
Of every month, every evening, and we pick a different project. We try to focus on things that help them discover themselves, their values, then how to communicate themselves, their values as they go a little bit further into the world with their families, and then how to take that out into the community.
Well, before we go back to a break, I want to ask Eddie a little bit about his sculptures, because I just remember, because I've been coming down here, forever, and all the art that we see on Main Street. But when you bring out your sculptures, how do you get inspired to create some of these works of art?
They kind of just build themselves.
Do they?
Yeah. We start with a scrap pile, and
you start with the scrap pile, and you do some kaleidoscopes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of
that I don't know. I just love seeing it around town.
Yes.
So
we enjoy the kaleidoscopes. We've been doing them for 12 years.
12 years. Okay.
And you do it downtown Mansfield.
Right. And what's next for both of you?
Yeah.
What's coming next? What do you got going on?
More tattoos.
Okay.
More tattoos, continuing. Our space there is never going to get bigger. So we say our goal is just to get better, not bigger.
Good. That's good.
Girls Art in Action is still in its infancy. I'm still in my first year of developing this program.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to add more classes. I have a lot of big girls. The women, a lot of the moms, can you do some classes for us?
Awesome.
But I also want to get comfortable in front of a camera and be able to bring some of this online so I can reach girls everywhere.
I think that's fantastic.
Well, you're doing well. I mean,
you're doing great today.
You're doing an outstanding job. Yeah. And as downtown grows, and we eventually start moving dirt around here, we're going to have a lot of good work to do in the coming months and years. So we look forward to it, Eddie. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, Savannah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Savannah. Good job.
And we'll be back after these messages.
All right.
My name's Allie Cummings, and I met Heather about 7 years ago. Heather's not your typical photographer. I think she does candid photos very well, but her artistry behind editing the photos is what makes Heather different than a normal photographer. The last year that we did outside family photos, it was quite chaotic, and Heather was really good about snapping random pictures as we're all running around. And I'm pretty sure my husband was holding up a bubble wand, and Cameron was going to grab it. As Heather was taking pictures of it, I thought, I wonder what she sees. And later she sends me a picture, and it was actually Cameron feeding a leaf to a long neck. And it is the most miraculous thing that she saw in the moment and turned it into a piece of art.
Actually, my dad, my brother, and my son, they're into the trucking industry. My dad is a mechanic, a diesel mechanic. So is my brother. And my son, he works at the TA. And my dad always said, he used to tell me, like, back in the days, it was hardly any women driving. So my dad always used to tell me, get into the trucking, it's good money. And he said, I want to see you drive a truck. It's like, it runs in the blood. So that's what got me into the trucking industry.
And I was like, damn, I'm going to buy this restaurant. I'm Mike Wilson, and I ended up dropping out of college, and I enlisted in the Air Force in 1999. Once I enlisted in the Air Force, as my friend Elisa knows, it's a real life-changing experience.
And my name is Elisa Dodenhoff. Met Mike in the military, and both of us are Air Force Security Forces. I have worked locally in Mansfield, so I was a regular at Blue Mint Thai and Asian Cuisine before Mike took over. So, we've known each other in passing, and I said, oh my goodness, it's Major Wilson.
And my name is Randy Ochara. I'm a general manager. We all come from Bangkok, Thailand. And we brought all the family and, our family secret recipe from grandma and then my mom.
My name is Ben Boulier. I'm a board certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon. I'm also the owner of Posh Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. And obviously we're based here in Mansfield, Texas. So overall, no, I think I'm very happy, no regrets. I already referred people to the mission one. I told them they were great. I told them that they would be pretty down to earth, pretty straightforward. You would not be confused about the process. And for someone like me who's novice in the process, I mean, trust me, I'm a stickler for what I want. I definitely think I got what I want.
Are you going to be there today?
Welcome back. We're here with our good friend and one of our title sponsors.
I know, Heather.
Heather Harvey,
So glad to
yes.
have you.
And she brings back to us
Right?
awards rather.
I know she's an award-winning
Well, yes.
photographer,
You were that
artist,
before this,
extraordinaire. Yes.
but you brought some more wares with you. What you
I've
got?
had a good year so far.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like
so, in March, there was a competition. It's for our state competition.
Okay.
And so I entered 5 images and I brought back bronze medal with all the point system or the winnings of all of the images brought me back a bronze medal.
Well, that's big
and
time.
then 2 of my images, the Woodland Fairy,
yes,
won
see that.
Oh, there it
the
is, folks.
Silver Star
All right.
award, and my Victorian Grace brought
That
back
is
Best
beautiful.
Portrait of a Woman for
That-
2020.
That is beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
And 2, we need to mention that you created that whole costume, right? The
I
Woodland
did.
Fairy as well.
I did.
And if you can't see the headpiece, so just looking at the intricate detail
Yeah.
on that, it's incredible. It's
The
like,
wig, yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the vision how did you dream that up?
I love this era. I love the gracefulness of these ladies, and they were always prim and proper. They were always dressed to the nine, from the top of their top of hair all the way to the tips of their toes. And so much work went into their attire, layers and layers. And I love working with layers. And so when I started to build this piece, I wanted to build the wig. So I built the wig cage and the wig and
hold that up if you don't mind,
Right.
because I don't think people can really appreciate what you did with this wig. I mean, it looks like a heart.
And so
yes,
it is
that
a
was
heart.
the idea of this. So I don't know if anybody watches the show Bridgerton.
Of course.
Sure.
Of course. Do you watch that?
I've caught a couple of episodes.
Their wigs.
But you do. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Their wigs amaze me. And
Right.
so I wanted
queens.
to, yes.
The queens. Oh yes.
Oh my gosh, I love her hair.
Mhm.
And so this, I wanted to build a heart shape. And so
And I
that's what
saw
I set out to do.
if you go on to Heather Harvey's Instagram, you'll see her actually building it.
Yeah.
Which I thought was just an incredible process.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a couple of days work. And
I'm sure.
so, and then I designed the gown and I didn't have time to sew.
You
I love
designed the
to,
gown.
I'd love to sew, but I had my seamstress friend that does a lot of my work.
Sure.
Put the
How
dress
do you
together.
even, I admire your work. How do you even go about preparing for these competitions and all of that?
Lots and lots of work. I just start sketching. I have a book that all of my ideas get sketched in.
Okay.
My mentor that taught me took me back to the basics, which that's my mindset. I need to start at the basics, and took me back to the basics. And so I have a sketchbook, write out all my ideas. When something comes to me, I jot it down on my phone, and then I'll go and start sketching to pull all my colors. Because I mean, everything from the color harmony to the lighting, all of that has to get played out before I bring the image together.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about that when we come back from the break.
right,
So we'll
good.
be back after these few messages.
All right. Heather Harvey, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Haley. I am a medical esthetician and I'm also an acne specialist. When I got to around the age of 17 or 18 is when I started to experience more acne. And of course, that took a toll on my confidence. A part of what helped my confidence, crazy enough, is helping other people with their confidence and helping bring a smile to their face, because I know that feeling of just wanting to hide. And that's just really what drove me and pushed me to want to help others with their skin. Head over to my website and book your next treatment with me.
Perhaps more perfectly by the light of perverted sorrow.
The quality of the food, the service, the ambiance is all part of what makes the true dining experience.
I'm Ashley Fuller, and I'm the owner of Fuller Land Surveying here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm sitting here with my friend JD with Vela Berry Realty, and we're going to talk to you today about why realtors should choose their surveyor and why it's important to develop those relationships.
You know, the other day we were in a sticky situation and we needed a survey. It needed to be done at a very short timeline. And somebody was like, call Fuller, give them a shout, see how fast they can turn it around. It's like, oh my gosh, you saved the day.
I'm Dr. Amanda Stanley, owner and supervisory psychologist.
I'm Adam Stanley, co-owner of Stanley Psychology. We chose to office in downtown historic Mansfield in order to better serve the community here.
So we are here to offer a variety of mental health services, including diagnostic evaluations and psychotherapy for individuals of all ages. With our practice expansions at Stanley Psychology, we have openings available to help you.
Give us a call, contact us via our social media channels or through our website, and let us help you with your mental health journey.
So at Viridian Property Solutions, our goal is to get you, the homeowner, the most amount of money possible for your damages. I'm the owner of Viridian Property Solutions, and we are public adjusters in the Mansfield area. We've been in the insurance business for 15 years doing property assessments.
So when it comes down to getting the right estimate amount submitted to your insurance company, that's where a good public adjuster is going to come in and really be on your side.
Welcome back. Okay, Heather, so you start off right with your sketchbook, your ideas, and tell us how it all comes about.
Lighting and all
the
that
lighting, and because like here in this image, she's holding this candle, and it appears like just the candle is illuminating all of the features.
Yeah. So I love this style of Rembrandt, and Rembrandt is more, of a side lighting, a window lighting.
Right.
And, in that time era, they didn't have a lot to work with a lot of times. And so they used their window light, and they really learned how to utilize that light to just really accentuate the features and all the intricate details that go into this beautiful style of a woman. And so I love to light that way I have a really large soft box, and it gives me that soft, beautiful portrait lighting.
Well, the setup at your studio, just off of Main, is incredible with all of the backgrounds, the lighting, the high ceiling, and the props. We've had you in here with the Christmas portraits,
like a movie set.
You've done prom portraits, graduation portraits. So much interesting images and art that you produce out of your space. So,
I'm just curious. How do you pass on your craft? I mean, from one generation to the other. We heard the Phillips, of course, talk about their daughter, and and of course your daughter's amazing as well. So how do you pass on this giftedness that you have? Workshops or something? I don't know. How do you do that?
Well, I wish that I could pass on my cameras to my girls, but I'll pull out my camera and they are gone.
Yeah.
Right? I burned them out years ago.
All right, but for those other
now
photographers,
but now I can put on workshops where I can teach other photographers to really pull their gift out.
Okay.
And just giving them the tools. I like to teach the tools of the craft and not recipes. I can teach you step by step how to do something. But if I can teach you the tools to utilize, then you can troubleshoot and you can really pull that art that you have within you out. So I'm actually going to be putting on my next workshop July 12th in downtown Arlington at a hotel there. And I am being hosted by Arlington Camera.
Fantastic.
The camera store here, the best camera store here in
I've
Arlington.
heard about them. I have heard about them.
So I work with them very closely. I love Bill and Angela, so we're going to put on, and I'm going to teach how to build a couture look out of a bag of trash bags. How I can build something on budget. A lot of photographers think you have to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on all these things.
Right.
And I just want to teach.
And you've done something similar. I've seen the images, and it's just incredible.
I have.
It's just incredible. And how can people sign up for your workshop?
So they can go to arlingtoncamera.com, and they have a link underneath their events tab.
Okay.
And they can follow the link to register and sign up.
And I bet we can put it in the comments of the show today.
Yeah.
And I would like to share it for everyone as well. So
We should make that happen. All right. I think it's time for a break.
It is. We'll be right back after these messages.
All right.
I'm Trey Smith. I'm the co-president of Ivan Smith Furniture. It's family-owned operation since 1961. I will tell you that our trust level with Tony is really high, and he's done everything he said he was going to do, plus some. There's a book that I read. It's called How to Be a Fierce Competitor, and one of the chapters in there is Answer the Phone. And the whole premise of that chapter is to be available and to get things done. That's one thing that Tony embodies, is getting things done. So again, he does everything he said he's going to do, plus some.
My name is Brett Jeffries. Charles White.
Latanya Lynch, Sally Potter. I have been a patient for about 6 months. They were very thorough in making sure that I was following up on my exercises.
The experience has been great. It's very much a family atmosphere. I actually recommended Joe and Jordan and their team multiple times.
I never thought that my chiropractor could help me with my asthma and allergies, and 4 or 5 other things they're helping me to live my best life. So this is 2024. The time for suffering and silence is over.
I'm Dr. Amanda Stanley, owner and supervisory psychologist.
I'm Adam Stanley, co-owner of Stanley Psychology. We chose to office in downtown historic Mansfield in order to better serve the community here.
So we are here to offer a variety of mental health services, including diagnostic evaluations and psychotherapy for individuals of all ages. With our practice expansions at Stanley Psychology, we have openings available to help you.
Give us a call, contact us via our social media channels or through our website, and let us help you with your mental health journey.
Welcome to Old Vine, Texas, a dream endeavor of Mansfield husband and wife, Eric and Emily Byard. In their discovery of one of the most significant wine regions in the country, they decided to build Old Vine, Texas, with the goal and intent of encouraging people to visit the different wine regions within the state of Texas. Old Vine, Texas is located inside Ancora Event Center in historic downtown Mansfield. Visit their website or give them a call to plan your next visit with Old Vine, Texas.
Are you tired of mosquitoes turning your backyard into their own personal buffet? Say hello to Mosquito Shield, the ultimate defense against pesky invaders. But wait, we don't just stop at mosquitoes. Our add-on treatments target ticks, spiders, ants, and other annoying pests, keeping your yard safe and enjoyable all season long. More protection, more time outdoors, less bites, more backyard bliss. Call now, 214-897-3077, or visit moshield.com to schedule your treatment today. Mosquito Shield, more than mosquitoes, it's total peace of mind.
Hello, Mansfield. Jonathan Taylor here, your tailor-made technology advisor. And today we're talking quantum communication. I know that sounds a little complicated, but it's really just like regular communication with a sprinkle of a little Einstein weirdness. And so what is quantum communication? Well, let's talk about classical communication first. So classical communication, what we see now, internet, emails, information is sent using ones and zeros. Whereas, well, it's kind of like Morse code. Everybody knows Morse code. Whereas quantum communication, it uses something called qubits. Qubits can use ones, zeros, or maybe even both of them at the same time. And so why is this important? Quantum communication is important because it is ultra secure. If somebody tries to eavesdrop on the information, it literally changes. It's kind of like self-destruction of emails. I don't know if you remember Inspector Gadget or James Bond, but we're headed towards those times. We've got countries like Japan that are really revolutionizing how we look at quantum communication. Researchers have recently, for the first time in history, done quantum teleportation. Right, that sounds a little weird, but it's literally information that's transmitting instantly from one spot to the next. It sounds kind of like science fiction, but it brings speculation. Maybe one day we can transport people or maybe even energy instantly through teleportation. Another one of those old school Jetson movies or something. So what is Japan also doing? They're looking at satellites and really how to beam information from space to the Earth instantly. And they're almost there. They're also working on something called QKD, which is quantum key distribution. A lot of fancy stuff. All that means is that's what the core of the security is. That's what allows that information to transmit from one spot to the next without any interruption or anybody trying to hack it. If it does, it will alert the sender and the receiver so that they know that somebody's trying to get the information. Another thing they're doing is they're partnering with cities across the world to transmit quantum communication through fiber optics. So not only are they trying to beam it from space to Earth, they're also looking at the current infrastructure and how we can use quantum communication on it. In short, Japan is really choosing the collaborative approach versus the competitive approach. They're partnering with the United States, the European Union, to really set some standards for quantum communication. So think Japan is really, really changing the world on what we're doing with communication. You know, when you think quantum communication, I want you to think internet. I want you to think it's a little bit weirder,
a little bit faster, and a little bit more secure. If you have a tech topic you would like to discuss, or if you would like to be a tech guest, feel free to email us at techtalk@hellomansfield.com or click the link in the feed. This has been your Tech Talk with Taylor Made. See you next time.
Are you looking to navigate technology with confidence? Are you exposed to unnecessary risks? Technology shouldn't be this hard. At TaylorMade Tech, we understand the unique challenges businesses face. Our tech advisors specialize in working closely with you. With TaylorMade, you'll have the support you need from implementation to ongoing maintenance. Contact TaylorMade Tech Advisors today for a free technology audit and discover the difference TaylorMade solutions can make for you.
I love photography. It gives me such joy, and it truly is such a passion to be able to tell somebody's story. My name is Heather Harvey, and I'm the owner of Heather Harvey Photography. I strive to create interactive sets. I want to capture authentic smiles. I want to truly tell your story. If you would like to work with us, check out our website, and I can't wait to tell your story.
So we had just introduced the new PTO benefit for volunteer time. I've been getting involved more and more with United Way, and I knew that they had Dave Caring this spring. Thought it was a great opportunity. So I actually helped with Carolyn Buckingham to organize our groups for today to get out here using our new benefit. And I think it's a great way to just get out in the community, enjoy some nice weather, give back, spend time together as a team as well. So I think community involvement is important because, it's not just here to work, that we are part of a larger community. When we all come together and take care of our communities thrive and our people thrive. Whether it was one generation ago or 7, more than likely as an American, an ancestor of yours took an extreme level of risk in order to create a better way of life for themselves, their family, and eventually you. Most families have a story to tell, at least one story. My family ended up here in Texas when their wagon broke down in Del Rio. The wagon train they were a part of continued westward only to be completely massacred. I'm Rob Schultz, founder of Schultz Wealth. Our clients are entrepreneurs and business owners, the beneficiaries and true torchbearers of our American pioneer legacy. Our clients are not afraid of change. They are hopeful about the future, and they create wealth for themselves, their people, in this country through innovation, creativity, and hard work. Our job at Schultz Wealth is to help make sure it counts for something. If you're a successful business owner, let Schultz Wealth help you to the next level and beyond.
Welcome back. I am Dr. Amanda Stanley here with Talk It Out with Stanley Psychology, a segment where we bring you mental health tips, tricks, and some education. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit about trauma. And when I talk about trauma, oftentimes people tend to fall into one of two categories on the extremes, right? And so on one hand, people think, oh, you have to go to war to experience trauma. And on the other hand, we have people who think any bad thing that ever happens to them is considered traumatic and trauma, right? The reality is, from a clinical standpoint, it falls somewhere in the middle. Of course, going to war is trauma exposure, but so are lots of other things like natural disasters, assault, violence, accidents, these sorts of things. And trauma is sort of the response that happens inside of us as a reaction to that life-threatening kind of situation. And what happens is our brain and our body can get stuck in a survival mode and bring all sorts of negative, maladaptive strategies and symptoms, depression, mood dysregulation, anxieties, nightmares, all these sorts of things. The good news is that we have a lot of research that supports different methods of treatment in the mental health world for trauma. And one of them that I'm going to talk about a little bit today in a little more detail is actually a bit of a controversial kind of opinion that I'm going to bring to you. And it's about EMDR. So EMDR, if you've heard of that, it stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. And with EMDR, there has been this huge surge in interest in it in our field in the past 5 years, to the point where people kind of think it's the be all end all. Everybody's taking a training. I'm involved in sort of all these networking groups, and we'll see things like, oh, I have a patient I need to refer for trauma, need an EMDR therapist. I have someone with relationship issues, need an EMDR therapist. I have someone that stubbed their toe. Oh, we need an EMDR therapist, right? That might be a little extreme, but really not too far off of what I'm seeing. And the problem here with EMDR is that it is sort of, we process the trauma with what I call a bag of tricks. And so in EMDR, what it does is it has this sort of bilateral stimulation. They use eye movements, they use clickers, they use light bars, all sorts of things to add to the processing of the trauma. The problem is science tells us that that bag of tricks actually doesn't add anything to the outcome of trauma treatment. So think about it like this. If I decide to follow a strict diet and exercise plan and I lose 10 pounds, I might say that that worked. Well, if I follow that same diet and exercise plan, but every time I work out or eat, I'm wearing a red shirt, I might also say that worked because I'll lose that same 10 pounds, but that red shirt didn't add anything to that plan, right? That's EMDR in that bag of tricks. It's not that we can't have success with it. It's that science just tells us that that bag of tricks isn't what's bringing that success. As a scientist who understands that, and then as a psychologist who doesn't want to deceive patients, right? We do not use EMDR in our office, and it's for those reasons, right? Just knowing the science behind it, and then also just not wanting to deceive our patients with knowing what works. Instead of that, what we use are the American Psychological Association's frontline, first-line treatments for trauma, which include cognitive processing therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, and prolonged exposure as well. And so these are other methods that also assist in the processing of the trauma, but without sort of that bag of tricks that might sound really interesting, but again, doesn't really add anything to it. Does this mean that EMDR therapists are bad therapists? No, there's plenty of great providers out there that do EMDR. I just hope they take the time to understand the science behind it and also the time to educate their patients on what is working and what isn't working for it. Thanks for talking it out with me. We'll see you back next week with more Talk It Out with Stanley Psychology.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm with Confident Skin by Haley. What makes my surfaces unique is that I have a hydrodermabrasion treatment. I offer oxygen infusion. I also have LED light therapy, and I do have some anti-aging treatments we can do. So if you're someone who's getting ready for an event or special occasion and you want that glow, you want that radiance, you want to bring that life back to the skin, feel free to book a hydrodermabrasion treatment. So with all of my treatments, I offer pharmaceutical grade products that have natural botanicals. I also have a line that is meant more for acne because I am an acne specialist.
When it comes to your high-value product transportation needs, CRST's Specialized Solutions team handles things differently. End-to-end customer care, experienced driving teams, and meticulous attention to every detail. We know the value of your products, and we work tirelessly to earn your trust by delivering them to their destination on time and damage-free every time. Because when it matters to you, it matters to us. CRST's Specialized Solutions team. We handle high-value things differently.
Welcome to Old Vine, Texas, a dream endeavor of Mansfield husband and wife, Eric and Emily Byard. In their discovery of one of the most significant wine regions in the country, they decided to build Old Vine, Texas, with the goal and intent of encouraging people to visit the different wine regions within the state of Texas. Old Vine, Texas is located inside Ancora Event Center in historic downtown Mansfield. Visit their website or give them a call to plan your next visit with Old Vine, Texas.
At Secured Moving Company, we are more than just movers. We offer a full range of services to meet all of your needs. Don't end up being one of those people that didn't choose Secured Moving Company for their moving experience. By choosing Secured Moving, we promise a stress-free moving experience with our dedicated team who handles every detail with care and professionalism. Give us a call or go to our website so you can rest assured with Secured for your moving experience.
When people ask me, what's your favorite? Everything is amazing. Whether it's steaks, whether it's seafood. The seafood here is amazing. We're very lucky to have some of the finest, the chefs, management, our server team is among some of the best.
Okay. Welcome back. You got it, Mike.
Now,
you got it. You got it.
Now, let's do it together.
Okay.
Welcome back. I'm Mike. This is Lynn. No, and we've got Haley here with us. Haley, you have been up to some good stuff. Tell us about what you got going on, ma'am.
I just moved into a new and larger space.
All
Very
right.
exciting new things.
Tell us first what all you do at your Confident Skin by Haley. Just give us a rundown because I know you do a lot.
I do a bunch of like different facials, different skincare things like that. Just
and you're incredible at it. It's such a
Yeah,
great.
it must be.
Yeah,
because
she's
you
fantastic.
have expanded
right
into this space. So, what all are you going to have going on in this new space of yours?
Well, the space that I'm in now, if you've ever been to the place I was before,
Yeah.
the place I'm in now is like 3 times the size.
Okay.
So there's a lot more room to do a lot more fun things.
Yeah.
Right? So you need some help.
Yeah.
You're looking for some.
So I actually have a couple other rooms that I'm wanting to rent out to other like estheticians, waxers, lash techs, anybody like in the beauty community.
Okay.
I'd love to bring them in and have all of us work together.
That's fantastic. You'll have your own little spa going on, right?
Yes. I'd love to eventually also bring in some massage therapists,
Oh,
kind of like
yeah.
a one-stop shop.
Really? That sounds great. That sounds great.
So, I'm curious. I remember when we interviewed you, just maybe a year ago now.
Right? I think so.
Yeah, and just how the business boomed like that. Can you talk a little bit about maybe how that happened? Or what do you think?
Honestly, it was kind of word of mouth. I have some amazing clients that have kind of become more of like friends rather than clients.
Right.
But they have helped me out a lot. Family, just spreading the word and being very, very friendly and helpful.
Yeah, and she's just good at what she does. And so when you do that, it's just the success just rolls right along with it.
So, for a guy, I don't know, but some of the terminology that you use, you're looking for waxers, you're looking for what else?
Lash techs.
Lash techs.
Would love to bring on some massage therapists.
Okay, now I know what that is.
Yeah.
So tell some of us guys what those other terms might be.
So like the waxers are the people that, of course, just wax all the hair off your body.
Right.
And the lash techs are the ones that put the little lashes on your eyes.
The extensions.
Yes.
They lift them.
Yeah. Getting ready in the morning is so much easier.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, I've heard in that regard, I have, of course, my wife and my sisters. Now, I've heard that they do that. Y'all do that one at a time or something like that?
Yes,
they
an
do.
Individual lash on each one of your lashes. It's a very tedious job. That's why
I would think
not
so.
my thing,
Yeah.
but they are.
Well, you've got your thing though, right? You're taking care of all the skin. When I had my facial with you, it was an incredible experience.
Thank
Just left me
you.
glowing.
Thank
glowing. And you specialize in, well, tell us, what are your specialties?
So I actually specialize in acne. It's one of my things that is really near and dear to my heart
Okay.
because it is something that I did experience growing up.
Okay.
So I definitely wanted to go more in that direction,
Mhm.
but also help anyone else with any of their skin issues and conditions and things like that.
Right. And you had mentioned, well, actually, last month you had an event.
Yes.
So it's like, it's a party, right? It's a party.
Yes.
If you can make it next time, I'm going the
okay.
next one you book. But it's,
Any guys gonna do it?
it's
Of course.
yes,
Okay, thank you.
absolutely.
I mean, I'm
We
an
have
old
food
guy,
too.
so I
Have
need
so
to know
right.
what's happening.
You gotta
I just,
you gotta have
you
the
know, I'm just
snack.
saying.
You gotta have the snacks. You got probably some bubbly, probably some Botox,
Oh yes.
some all of the
Bubbly
things.
Botox.
Bubbly and the
So
Botox.
right now we're doing like the events like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't really had like specific dates. So I
Right.
just want to keep an eye out on my social media.
I will. I'll share it too as soon as you get it booked. So, and I'll be there. I'll be
Yes,
there for sure.
definitely. It's so
Be there or
fun.
be square, Mike. I'm telling
Yes,
you.
ma'am. But you know,
I'm telling
just
you.
keep on teaching me, Lynn. That's why.
That's what
That's
I
why I
gotta
show up
say.
every Monday, ma'am.
Right?
All right, sounds good.
All
Well,
right.
listen, Haley, thank you so very much.
We're excited for all
that you
your
do.
growth.
We are
Thank
excited.
you.
Keep on keeping on.
Right.
All right, so we'll be back on the other side of this break.
Hi, my name is Heather Harvey, and I'm the owner of Heather Harvey Photography. Every time a client walks into my studio, I want their experience to be like none other. I strive for each one of my clients to have their own unique, memorable experience. And it truly is such a passion to be able to tell somebody's story, to be able to go into some of their personal journeys, whether they're having a baby, their family is growing, or their little one has grown up and it is their last year of high school and they're moving on to the next part of their journey.
We specialize more in the insurance claims. So when you have storm damage that comes through, obviously hail, wind, tornadoes, we come out, we take a look at everything on the roof. There's a lot more that can get damaged than just the roof. There's gutters, there's windows, there's fence, there's decks. Come with Viridian Roofing and Construction. We've been in the industry for over 35 years. I'm the owner. When you call us, you get to deal directly with me. We come out and do a free property inspection and evaluation, and we're going to get out to see you very quickly.
Hi, I'm Andrea, Andy Mac Candy Shack. We have over 1,600 different types of candy. We have everything from Taffy Town Taffy. We carry almost 100 different flavors. We have the old school bazooka gum. And yes, they do still have the jokes in them. We have everything from Mexican candy, Japanese candy, and I love these lollipops. They are so fun. Plus, we do special things like we custom make baskets. We have so many Jelly Bellies, it'll blow your mind. And just so you know, not only do we carry local items like our Dublin soda, we carry Wild Bill Sodas, which is a veteran-owned, veteran-run company. Be sure and come see us down at Andy Mac Candy Shack.
All right, welcome back. Listen, we've had an outstanding show.
We had a
today.
great show. It goes so fast.
You know, yeah, and today I think was all about art.
It really was.
Yeah, and the
It really
giftedness
was.
that so many people have. And of course, this is going to be an outstanding weekend.
It is. Long this rain's gone.
The rain is gone and the
Which-
skies are blue.
And it means the heat is on.
Yeah, that's true. But listen, you know what? We don't ever say goodbye to.
No, we say hello, Mansfield.
Hello, Mansfield. See you next Monday. All right. Get out there and have a good time.